So good morning, everyone. Once again, you are welcome in social science lecture. So in today's lecture, we are going to start a new chapter of geography. Chapter number 4, composition and structure of the atmosphere. So as you already know that we have read about atmosphere in our previous chapters. So what is atmosphere? So atmosphere is the blanket of air that surrounds our earth. Okay, the air that surrounds our earth is known as atmosphere. So atmosphere is divided into different layers and every layer have its own characteristics. Okay, so now let's first discuss the learning objectives of this chapter. So first learning objective is to understand the difference between climate and weather. Okay, these words look alike. They seems to have same meaning, but their meaning is different. Second objective will be to understand the layers of atmosphere. That what are the different layers of atmosphere, their characteristics, specializations, or anything special regarding them. Then to learn about different types of weather and climate. Then to learn about moisture condition, condensation and precipitation. Then to understand about different types of rainfall. So these are our learning objectives regarding this chapter. Now let's have a look at this set the sails. On 16th of September, 16th September was proclaimed as the International Day for the Preservation of the Ozone Layer by the United Nations General Assembly. So there is a layer in one of the important layers of the atmosphere which is known as ozone layer. So 16th September has been declared as International Day for the Preservation of Ozone Layer by the United Nations General Assembly. It means something is going on which is wrong with this layer of atmosphere, and we are trying to preserve this layer. It means there is something special about this layer, and this must be essential for the existence of life on earth. So we will come to know about its importance in the chapter ahead. Okay, so now, so you can also keep your finger on the chapter or just look at the cursor or on the screen where I am teaching. So do you know that our planet is wrapped by an invisible layer of air which extends up to 100 kilometers above the earth? Yes, as we have already discussed in earlier chapters. Without the air, temperature conditions on earth would be like that on the moon, which has extremely hot days and bitterly cold nights. There would be no living creatures without life-sustaining gases, food, and water. The air is an important life support system on planet Earth. So the existence or survival of human beings, the existence of life on Earth is due to the presence of life-sustaining gases, which are oxygen, the topmost, carbon dioxide also, and nitrogen also. So now composition of air, that how the air is composed of, what quantity of which gas is there in the atmosphere or in the air. So air is a mixture of gases. Okay. So the most abundant gas found in the air around us is nitrogen, amounting to 78%. So whatever amount of air is there, 78% of air consists nitrogen. It is followed by oxygen, which forms 21%. Here it is in the pie chart, it is shown with this green color. So 21% is oxygen. Carbon dioxide is released in the air through respiration by animals, burning of fossil fuels, and from decaying remains of plants and animals. Several other gases form the remaining part of the air. After that, there are other gases also, for example, argon and few other gases that also makes up our atmosphere. Now here in this picture, you can see the distribution of layers of atmosphere, and also you can read some special things about these layers. Here at the bottom of this picture, you can see the surface of the earth containing mountains, plains, rivers, volcanoes, etc. Now up to 17 kilometers, 16 to 17 kilometers from the surface of the earth, there is a layer of atmosphere which is known as troposphere. All weather-related phenomena occurs in this special layer. For example, rain, snow, storms, and most clouds, okay, formation of clouds, etc. Then after troposphere, we have another layer that extends to 50 to 80 kilometers from the surface of the earth. This layer is known as mesosphere. Most of the asteroids, foreign bodies that are coming from the space, they just burns up in this particular layer before reaching the earth. A very few reaches the earth. Okay, so meteoroids, etc., rocks that are coming from the space, they burns up in this layer. Then we have the stratosphere. So after troposphere, we have the stratosphere. Then after stratosphere, we have this one, meso. So the ozone layer in the stratosphere absorbs the ultraviolet radiations. Okay. So first layer of Earth is troposphere, then we have stratosphere, then we have mesosphere. So you will find the ozone layer in stratosphere. And what is the significance of this layer? This layer absorbs the ultraviolet rays of the sun, which are very harmful for the living organisms. Now after mesosphere, here comes the another layer which is known as the thermosphere. Here you can see the satellites are moving in the exosphere. So we will read one by one about all these layers. First layer is troposphere, second layer stratosphere, third layer mesosphere, then we have the thermosphere, then we have the exosphere. Now when one layer finishes, where one layer ends and another layer starts, there is a boundary which is known as pause. For example, the boundary between troposphere and stratosphere is known as tropopause. Then the boundary between stratosphere and mesosphere known as stratopause. Then boundary between mesosphere and thermosphere is known as mesopause. And in the same way, exopause After exosphere, we exit into the space. Exosphere हमारी लास्ट लेयर है, यहाँ पर आपको बहुत कम एयर क्वांटिटी मिलेगी, इसके बाद आपकी ओपन स्पेस स्टार्ट हो जाती है, अंतरिक्ष स्टार्ट हो जाती है।